actually changed my mind. I thought I would record. I thought I would vlog. Hey guys, Billy Joe Brooklyn here. Welcome to my channel. I just got a green chili burger. This place right here is Santa Fe, Brooklyn. One of my friends told me to come here and everything's like pre-made, which is actually, I think at a certain hour, they switch it over to pre-made stuff. But, this area is really cute. I've never been here. It's cool, huh?
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm on the hunt for an iced tea and then a good spot to like people watch and eat. I can already tell it's gonna be so. If this truck would get out of my way, I could show you. Those dresses look pretty cute. Let's check it out. I already like. Ooh. Okay, I really like this. How much is this? 30? I bought it. Either because no one will pay him. Okay, so I was thinking that I could wear jeans, like jeans and a white t-shirt, and then throw this over. Oh shit. You can't really see. You can't really tell. Can ya? But yeah, jeans and a wife beater, and then, oh no, we're not supposed to use that word anymore, wife beater.
You look at modern.
What?
Yeah, modern.
Oh yeah, thanks. It's pretty, huh? I don't know what he said. Do you like my hair clip? I had to do this because when I walk, otherwise it blows away when I walk, and I was like, I just, no. But like, I don't need it there. I technically don't need it there, but. Bro, you know what's annoying? That, oh my god, all these buildings I'm obsessed with. Like, look at that. I really like it over here, and cute restaurants everywhere. Okay, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Look at that red door. So much inspiration. I just get so much inspiration from New York. It's just like even this. I just love the buildings here. Look, it's a park named after me. Pay it no mind. Pay it no mind. This looks like a good sitting spot. Let's sit here. I was talking to someone about this last night. Just I hate that if you talk about this, then you sound like the crybaby, or you sound like the one that's insane, when really it's like the other way around. So anytime you talk about someone copying you, like a copycat, then it almost looks like, anytime you talk about it, like you look like the insane one. Like people are like, you need to relax. Like it's not that big of a deal. Blah blah blah. There's different versions of it. There's different versions of it because all of us copy each other like a little bit, you know. But I'm talking about when someone goes full force, like trying to live in your skin. Like this is actually just recently happened to me with some psycho girl, and who I knew in Arizona. It's creepy to me. It's creepy to artists. I was talking to this girl last night, and we're just like, it's so weird that people like think that way, but it's people who like don't have their own creativity and stuff. So I don't even think they think it's a big deal. Like I think that people will just take other people's ideas, take other people's personality traits, take other people's like things, because I don't think they think it's a big deal, because they just have always done that, because they've never tried to like produce their own shit, you know, like push the limits of themselves. And that's what's annoying, because it's like, as an artist or someone who like wants, or someone who like tries to be authentic in the world, it's like, yeah, you spend the time like pushing your limits, you know. It's all about pushing your limits. And it's like, so again, when someone just like, I don't know, I actually could get so deep into this topic. This was just a snippet. I'm actually gonna go like deep into this topic. No, because why am I cracking up at you right now, you guys? I got her some new fancy food, and it comes with a hard-boiled egg in it. Okay, it's like tuna with an egg. She spit the egg out. She hates eggs. Bitch, I hate eggs too. Oh my god, we're so alike. Copycats. Coffee hats. Don't we love them? Aren't we all them? Aren't we all them? I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's a copycat. Well, here's the thing. There's a difference. There's a difference between inspiration, you know, looking at someone and using their personality or their artwork as, or their work as inspiration, and then there's just copying. And you know, it's a slippery slope. Actually, no, what am I saying? It's really not a slippery slope. um it's either by the way, on this topic of like copycat, it's not, I'm not talking about, I'm going to go into like deep copycatting. And what I mean by that is like, I've had some people in my life which that have tried to like copy literally everything about me, like copy my whole essence, copy my whole aura, copy, like just literally trying to live in my skin. And the thing is you can't even, when you talk about it, the only reason I don't even talk about it to other people, because if you like bring it up, people look at you like you're crazy. Like the second you go on about someone copying you, people are like, oh, okay. Like, okay, you think you're so great. You think everyone just wants to copy you. And it's like, well, yeah. No, but I mean, it's like a lot of the times you hear delusional people being like, she copied me. And it's like, bitch, no one copied your Coach saddlebag. Is that what they're called? Coach No, but it's like no one copied your Dior saddlebag. Like, you know, like everyone relax. No one's copying your all white house. Like no one's copying your Victorian aesthetic. Okay. Wait. Let's rewind. Okay, so then okay. So there's people who are delusional about it, you know, like girls that are like, "Oh my god, she copied me." And it's like people who follow trends. And so then like when everyone does the trend, they're like, "I was the first though." It's like, okay, that's totally different. I'm more talking to people who are artists and people who are like me, people who spend all their time and energy trying to be different, like trying to live authentically, trying to produce work that represents them and is like different from the crowd. You know what I mean? And I mean, it is hard because we all kind of are one consciousness at the end of the day. And who's to say that like someone um doesn't just have like the same taste as you? But I've had instances where it's like I well, okay, like what I was just explaining earlier, I've had instances where it's like, okay, the person wants to like fully be me on the inside out. And like that's when it gets weird and that's when it gets annoying and that's when it starts driving me crazy. Um and the thing is, I think it is so annoying and so well, there's a few reasons. There's a few reasons why it's I'm going to get into why it's annoying and then I'm going to get into number 2, the mindset on how to not let it like control, at least for me, like how to not let it control my life. By the way, when I'm like speaking like this to you guys, I'm not like giving you speeches on like how to live life and like I know what's right and like here we go, here's my tips. I'm truly just speaking my truth and like hopefully people relate. So don't think I'm like, if you don't resonate with the things I say because you have different experiences than me, just like yeah, don't think I'm trying to like preach or teach or anything like that. Okay. So, okay, let's go back. Number 1, what is the first reason on why it's so fucking annoying when people copy you and try to be you? Okay. Number 1, because people who try to live an authentic life, like it's not just okay, I feel like we make it look easy. Like people who are just themselves, like in the world, I feel like we all make it look like easy breezy, like we just are sitting back, relaxing and like being ourselves. But and don't get me wrong, like I am an authentic person, but at the end of the day, we all have like room to grow. Like I'm not saying like I've figured out the code and I'm the most authentic person you've ever met like all the time. I'm not saying that. But I would say like I've gotten pretty far. So like for example, I don't look to other people for like trends or like how to dress. Number 2, I don't look to people when I'm creating things. I'm not looking to people on like how to live my life. I'm not looking to people when it comes to like my videos on like what's trending. I mean, if I did, I actually could use a little bit of I actually need it, by the way. I need to like hire someone who is into the trends, and stuff like that so they can like, help me out with the marketing. Cuz you do kind of need that. You do as an artist what sucks is you do kind of need the other side where you're like following. You need someone to help you that follows trends, so that uh you get seen. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Okay, so the thing is, we make it look so easy, right? Just sitting back and being ourselves and like not really giving a fuck because that's what it seems like. But it's like the people who like copy other people, what people don't see is is all the work you do on the inside and like all the like deep internal things you have to get past, like the embarrassment, the shame, because all the time I'm always like I'm always trying to dig deeper in my thoughts and be to become the best version of myself, to become the coolest version of myself, um to become someone that like stands out. And the thing is, I'm not reaching to stand out, like I'm not reaching to be different. I'm reaching to be myself, and myself is different, if that makes sense, because everyone's true self is different. um but because at the end of the day, that's what's I feel like that's the reason I reach so hard to like be authentic, reach so hard to be like to figure out my true self, is because that's when like the magic starts happening in your life. And I don't want to like die and be on my deathbed and be like, oh, I wish my biggest fear, one of my biggest fears is being on my deathbed and being like, oh my God, I'm so mad that I cared about what other people thought. Like, I wish I would have just like done my own thing. That's like one of my biggest fears. So I'm always trying to like push limits. And I'm naturally not someone who is like, oh, like, don't give a fuck, don't give a fuck. Cause I kind of was raised, you know, um, actually not real like not people who like cared about what people thought, but like I wasn't like some like hippie. I'm not from some like hippie family that's like be yourself, you know, like like at all. Like I feel like I will probably if I have kids will raise them to be like that, but again, that's another whole different story. Cuz I also don't want them to be like fucking weirdos. Like it's like you do kind of have to have I'm by the way, I'm maybe who knows where this video is actually gonna go. Anyway, because wait, what was I just saying? Um, yeah, I don't want my kids to be weirdos because I know where I was. Because I kind of like that I was raised by people who like try to be normal in society because that gives me the option to like push the limits. But I feel like if I was raised by people that were like, oh, like don't follow society rules, like just be yourself, la la la. And I was myself, like, you know, those are always like the weirdos. Like, you kind of, I'm glad that I have the social awareness and then I can like choose if I want to push the limits or not, which I do. I choose to push the limits a lot. But the thing is, I've been meeting people who, like, their whole life, their parents always told them, like, you're the best, you know? And like, they don't have like social cues on like what's fucking annoying and like what's fucking weird, you know? And so I'm kind of glad that I was raised on the harsh side of reality because, I have some fucking awareness, you know, like I have some awareness, thank God. You know, so that's where it comes in where it's like raising kids. It's like I'm so like I feel like I'm pretty like a free thinker, you know? So it's like I do want to raise my kids like that. But if my kids are raised with me as the parent, like they're gonna be fucking weirdos. But then again, it's like society is getting weirder by the generation, you know? But also it's like I do want them to have a taste of like um of just not so I do want to have them have a taste of like strictness, have a taste of like what it's like to suffer. Have it That's the problem too. It's like the people who suffer in the world are the cool people. The people who suffer in the world, like, so it's like if I raised kids, my kids would not be raised suffering. That's for sure. Well, who knows? Who knows? Like, I could actually make them they could actually be type I could have little people that wanna be type A, and they would suffer at having me as a mom, you know? Um, like, I could have kids that wanna be, like, English teachers and stuff, and they'd suffer. So who's to say? Who's to say? Um, yeah. Will I have kids? Will I not have kids? That's an answer I do not have. Like, I do not even know. Like, I will never know. I will be the person that, like, if I get pregnant, then we're having a kid like that. But actually, but also not. But also, like, if that happened to me now, like, hell no. Like, no, no, no. I haven't even, my life hasn't even started yet. Like, what? I have no business having a baby. I'm too young. I'm 33. That's what do you mean? Like, my life's just getting started. Are you kidding me? Like, I can have kids when I'm 50. I can have kids when I'm 50. Like, that sounds like a good age to me. Um, but no, for real. For real. And it's like, so you want to be the old mom? Well, I have like a young essence to me, you know? I feel like when I'm 50, then if I have if I had kids that okay, let's say it's like late 40s. Let's say late 40s. then I'd be in my late 40s hanging out with kids, taking my kid to kindergarten whose kids are, because I could adopt or I could freeze my, who knows? There's so many options. But if I was in my late 40s, late 40s seems young. Late 40s seems young. 50s, 50s, 50s. So if I'm like 55 with like a second grader, those moms would be in their 30s, 55 and 30s. Like, yeah, I could hang. Like I could hang, you know. I get along. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind. I feel like I'd still get along with the moms. Like, who cares? I'd be like the wise older one with more money and like cooler clothes. So it's like, yeah, I'd be down for that because then I can live my life. And then, okay, anyway, no. Let's go back to. Okay, no. I'm bored. Let's go back to the copy. I don't even want to talk about copycats anymore either. I really don't because I don't care about them. Because I don't care. Okay, here's the thing. I don't feel like talking about it because I don't care about it anymore because this is kind of like the conclusion and the truth that I've sunk into with that topic. Okay. So the thing is, it's like if you cuz I know how annoying it is and like I know there's other people who have watched it. Like it could drive you fucking crazy. It could actually drive you crazy to the point where you're actually thinking like they're copying you in ways that like they're not even copying you. Like it will just drive you like cuz then your eyes will just see yourself in them if they copy a few things about you. You know what I mean? Like, actually, you know what? You know who does it? Like, you know who will relate to this? Kind of like if you're put in like a third party situation, like with a guy and there's like two girls, when one of the girls like tries to copy everything about you because she's so jealous and insecure that her man like wants you more. I've seen women do this all the time. They'll get like hyper obsessed with like the other woman, you know? And like anytime there's a love triangle and if one of the girls doesn't really know who she is as a person and then the other girl like does and usually the one if the guy like likes the other girl more it's like they will like just stalk the shit out of her Facebook and like um essentially just trying to be her and like it's just like crazy, dude. It's just like crazy when that happens. I've seen it happen to friends and it's happened to me too. And it's just like it's so fucking weird. And again, I can't stop repeating it. You look crazy for even bringing it up when it's like, no. No. Like they're the psycho. Like look, like they're the psycho. And then it's like people kind of see it, you know, you can get validation, but it's not happening to them. So, and the worst is when you're like a sensitive person, when you're a person that like can feel energy and stuff and you feel them like thinking about you all the time and you're like, get the fuck out of my energy, get the fuck out of it. It's truly what it is. Actually, if we want to get into it like in a spiritual sense, what it is, it's it's energy harvesting. That's what it is. It's energy harvesting. And some people will understand this and other people will be like, what? And it's okay if like you don't. Um, but it's when someone like gets away to they tap into your energy and that's either by like being around you or for me it's like someone could do that through like watching my videos, you know, kind of latching on to like my state of consciousness and then they start if once they latch on to like that vibration or that your state of consciousness then it's kind of like if you grow up around your parents, you know how your parents think, or like your siblings, you know how they think. So if you wanted to, you know how you could like latch on to their consciousness because you're like, oh, or if like a friend, you're around a best friend for so long, if you wanted to, you could like live in their energy because you know the way they move. You know what I'm saying? So I've had this, but the worst is like when someone will do it to you and try to latch onto your consciousness and latch onto your vibration because they actually want to be you. So what they do essentially is their energy comes into your energy and they're harvesting and they're trying to make moves and move throughout their life as if they're you, but it's like I will fully feel it. Like I will feel that person in my energy. And then the thing is they do get results and they do they will kind of start to look like you almost. And they'll start to like, you guys, some people won't relate to this at all, but I feel like there will be a few people who understand this kind of level that I'm talking about, this kind of like obsession level. And they'll start to like morph into you a little bit, and they'll like start to talk like you, start to use your words, and then start to like move throughout their life as if you would. Like they're almost their hopes and dreams, because let's say they didn't know who they were to begin with, like they'll take your hopes and dreams and all of a sudden they will become that person. Like for me, it's like it's pretty obvious I'm trying to be like a YouTuber or a performer in that kind of sense. And it's like, that it'd be like the other person be like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber now. I'm gonna be, well, that did happen to me. Like this girl, I feel like she took on my shit, and then kind of like, oh no, I've always wanted to be it. I've always wanted to do it. I've always been it. And you're like, wait, no, you haven't always been it. Because if you look back on their life, even like when you met them, it's like, wait, no, no. And the thing is, you can't even bring it up to them, because it's like, what are you going to say? Like, bitch, you're obsessed with me? Like, it's like, it's almost like, it's so creepy and so weird that like, it's like, you almost feel embarrassed for them or feel weirded out for them. Like you don't want to say it out loud, because you're like, this is just like, it's just not good. It's just not good. Anyway, so when they come into your energy and they start harvesting, they do get the results in their life. And you can actually feel drained. But the thing is, okay, so here, if this has happened to you, I feel like there will be like one person or two people, and maybe even like a future person that's going to watch this video that will understand exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, like, again, I know I sound crazy. So, what you have to do is, so when they come in your energy and they're like feasting off your energy, right? The thing is, it's so the more annoyed that you get, the more you're feeding them. Okay? Like that's what you're feeding, because that's like the energy exchange. You're getting annoyed and they're feeding off your annoyance, and then they're harvesting like off your annoyance. So the thing is, you have to like cut the energetic cord. None of this is easy. None of this is easy. You have to do this by like training your mind to not care, so that your energy doesn't care, so that your body doesn't care, and then they can't harvest off your energy because there's no like cord, there's nothing feeding them essentially. So so it's not, because it's not easy to convince to change your thoughts. You kind of have to like practice practice disconnecting, practice not caring, and 28 days to build a habit, so it's doable. So they're feasting off your anger. If you're angry, they're feasting off your anger. So the thing is, what I did is, first of all, you have to remove yourself, and then you have to block. Like you have to block and like not look at like any of the shit that they're producing, because the more you look, like the more like things are going to bubble up, and the more they can feast, off your energy. So you have to like not look at any of their shit, which it's hard. It's going to be hard, and you're gonna, for me, it's like I've messed up by like doing little check-ins here and there, but then it's like it it's never worth it. It's real, actually. I would say it is worth it. It's kind of like drug addicts. They're like relapse is the, what is it? Relapse is the form of recovery. Like so you're gonna do that, but it's okay. Just as long as you like are trying to have discipline with like not looking at like, however, for me, I'm just gonna use the example of someone copying my like videos and stuff like that, or just like copying my essence and also producing videos, so I would always have to check their videos. But like this could be for you, like um someone at school, like who knows. But and so the thing is, wait, let me get my thoughts together. Step number 2, blocking them out of sight, out of mind, having discipline with yourself of I'm not checking their shit no matter what, getting them out of your thoughts and stuff like that. Number 3 is like they put you in a competition, right? Like they put you in a cuz the thing is you get caught up because what they do is since they're copying you so much, you're like ew 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 ew, like it's kind of like someone trying to hug you and you like being like get off, get off, get off, you know? Like it's like that, someone trying to force hug you. And so you don't want to like hug them back, right? And hugging them back would feel like you just like keeping your work the same, like twins hugging back, like guess we're producing the same work now, guess we're the same thing now, you know? So you want to just be like ew ew ew, get off me. And so then you start trying, and that looks like you trying to like create different things, creating things better than them, creating like no, like I have to make my work better. I have to do something different now because they're just like literally this girl's fucking hugging my back right now. Like you're trying to like no, I need to higher so she can't get me anymore. Like get off me, bitch. And that's how it feels. Okay, so that is not the way to go. I've tried that, like the whole like just trying to be better, and it puts you in, again, it makes them just trying to like hug you harder, hug you more, keep going, you know? It's because you're like feasting. You're feasting. You need to be in the neutral energy so that they can't take from you. So what you have to so the thing is, it's like for the energy, you have to sink into, which is so hard, which has been so helpful for me that I actually went through that because I had to sink into, okay, no, just stand still, like close your eyes basically, and just let them, you know, just you have to almost, I mean it's I almost I it ended when I was like, you know what, drop the shoulders, let them copy, don't look, don't feed into it or anything, but don't try it. I was like, I can't try to like make my work better and better and better. Sure, it's good, it was good to like get me going a little bit faster, to get me going a little bit higher, but then there comes a point where that like resistance energy wasn't working for me anymore. At first it kind of was because it did get me a little bit higher with my videos, did get me going a little bit better. But then it's like there was a point in it where it became like we're fucking up my work. I felt like it was about to fuck up my work. So it's, by the way, producing work, it is all about like flowing with the energy. So I kind of had a feeling that I was about to like mess with my work. So I came back down and I was like, okay, no, this is all, I can't control other people. I can't control if people are gonna, especially if I want to become like something big, create work that's seen by a lot of people. What do you mean? Everyone's gonna copy, everyone's gonna want to copy. And do you ever see a fucking legend being like, copy my work, copy? Like, no, I've never seen a legend, never seen like a fucking bitch being like, copy me, copy, you know, like being in that. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm a fucking legend. I don't need to be in that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I had to like be like, you know what? Like, my work's going to be my work. And at the end of the day, when I look at other people, when I see this happening to other people, it's like the person who is the real deal, the person who is like the authentic version, everyone's watching for them at the end of the day, you know? Or like everyone wants it. Sure, this person can produce an exact replica of the cool person's work, and maybe it could even be better and more sparkly. But at the end of the day, the crowd and the people are always drawn towards the authentic version, the real deal, like the real version where it came from. Because the real deal is, since it's like their authentic self, their authentic work, they're always growing, they're always getting better, they're always, you know, have something new for you, like each, it's almost like I feel like my videos get better and better with time, you know? And the person that's copying, they can't grow because they took the cheat code, like I was saying. So it's like they can't. So it's like they can't even, they're going to have to look to you. They're always going to have to look to you to, for the next move, for the next step. And so it's like, and after like a while, what are they going to do? Copy you for the rest of their whole life? Like, no, at some point they're going to have to like fall off because it's not going to produce. It's not going to keep producing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to keep producing those numbers, that money, those views, the listens, whatever it is that they're copying. So I just had to learn to be like, to look at myself in a higher regard and be like, yeah, because at the end of the day, people are watching for me. Like, people are watching for Billy Joe Brooklyn. They're not watching for the other bitch. You know what I mean? And like, so if a bitch comes and copies even every word I say, like everything, all these great aspects about my personality and tries to make them better, or like trying to be, you know, trying to be me but better, it's like, let them, because uh it's not sustainable energy is what it's not sustainable because they're not growing their art and their shit off of a normal foundation. It's off a stolen foundation, you know. And people who build their shit off stolen foundations are never rewarded with the luck that you need. Like, I also feel like as an artist, it comes with hard work, but also like there is luck involved too. um Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you are the real deal and you're trying to be somebody and like trying to create a name for yourself or trying to create something for yourself, it is all about the hard work, but also like it's kind of like that saying, like getting your big break, you know, you kind of need the luck. And so people who steal and like are building stuff off a stolen foundation, they don't get the luck. They don't get the big break because it's like the universe, God, whatever, is not rewarding stolen shit, you know? So that's how I like thought to look at it. So then I was like, oh, so it doesn't even matter. Like, I should just like keep going on through my life. Like, and honestly, and it's not, I hate the saying like, oh my God, copying, it's the best, it's the nicest, it's the best form of flattery if someone no, I'm not flattered. I don't know anyone that's flattered when I don't know anyone that's like, it's really not that flattering. It's not. Like that saying, no, not to me. Not to me. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. So stop it. I'm annoyed. So fucking stop it. Okay. Yeah, the world is just crazy. Like, and I feel like people who don't create or people who aren't artists and people who aren't like just even your art could be like your personality. I think that being an authentic person, like that is an art form. That is an art form. And so it is an art form that can be copied. Um and people who like don't, I feel like you know, maybe dabble in that art form, the art form of authenticity, because not everyone has to be a good person. People who don't dabble in that, they wouldn't understand. They're like, I feel like they'd be like, you just sound dramatic. Like you sound really, you sound like you need to relax. But no, the ones who know. We see each other. Okay. Like we can validate each other. We can validate each other. We can validate. I don't even want us to call it craziness because it's like we're not the fucking crazy ones, bitch. We're not the people who copy us are the fucking crazy ones, okay? Like what? Like that's what's so there's just some things about there's just some things about society where it's like people try to twist it where it's like you look fucking nuts when really it's like they're the ones that are fuck. That's like most things. Most things. Not most things, but like you know what I mean. Actually, I don't even know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean.